Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. Today we are building a giant, enormous pyramid in the middle of the desert. Now, this was not a comment by one of you guys, but it actually was suggested by one of my friends, and that's why I'm building it. I just wanted to do it. Now, you can still post your comments down below, and I always check them. I seriously do. Also, if you enjoy these videos, then drop a like on it. That would mean a lot to me. So, I started out with using a basic role-edited command called pyramid. It's // pyramid, and you can Google about it. It's just basically creating a pyramid, super easy. Now, I wasn't really satisfied with that look yet. I wanted it to be all made out of stairs. Now, that couldn't be automatic, so I was placing these all by hand and then doing row by row with roll edit, and I'm just decreasing the length of the stack command to the right that I'm doing. If you don't know what that's about, read up on the / stack command in roll edit. It's very useful. Right here I flipped it over to the other side, so I only have to do one side, and right here I'm rotating it to the other sides of the pyramid as well. So I'm basically all copying this about, and it makes everything so much faster and quicker. Now, when that was done, I did not have the corners in yet because I couldn't do that, so those had to be done by hand, and only one corner, of course, because you know me, I like to automate everything, so the rest is all automated. Then I wanted to give this pyramid a very rough look, like it has been like standing in a desert for like thousands of years. I wanted it to be roughed down and roughed up and everything, so I wanted to get rid of the stairs at some points and just basically make little squares where there weren't any stairs. Then later on I was going to cut out little bits to make it look way more natural and like that it graded off, not that I did this like with a command. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just simply picking off the little pieces, and later on I'm gonna do this multiple times. I'm gonna go like run around, and this is not like a single thing. This is not done yet, trust me. It's gonna look way better soon. So I'm placing the stairs, I'm destroying stairs, I'm doing everything with these sorts of blocks, and this is why this is not like a tutorial. You have to kind of see my way of doing this and then sort of adapt it for your build. If you want to make a similar pyramid, then you can go about it in this similar fashion. It would be kind of great, and you should definitely tweet me anything. If you make something that I made, tweet them to me and I will definitely shout you out and give you like a huge thanks, because that would be great if you actually built my stuff that I made. In a moment I'm going to be randomly clicking around on the whole pyramid to make it look like it actually aged like 1,000 years, and it makes it look a lot better and a lot more, it flows together way much. Like the holes that I just created, they're going to flow together with the rest way better, because now it still looks sort of out of place, like you wouldn't really see this. So in a moment I'm still going around and doing all sorts of random things to the holes and creating like deeper holes and just making it look way more like natural, like this is not made by me or by a role-edited command or something. So this is why I'm doing that. So right now I'm gonna be clicking over this whole pyramid, and it's gonna look a little bit delayed because in this in the replay mod it wasn't loading my chunks very quickly. So right here, as you can see right now, it's a little bit behind, but you can see all the clicks. Again, it's gonna look better in a minute because I'm making the holes, I'm gonna make them wider. It's gonna look a lot better. So I'm gonna do this all the way around on all 4 sides of this pyramid, and it will actually, trust me, it will look amazing. It's gonna look so good in a moment. By the way, I'm also gonna be creating, as you might have seen on the thumbnail, I'm gonna be creating like a front huge entrance. I didn't want to make like a simple boring pyramid like this, although this is pretty cool looking as well by its own, in my opinion. I wanted it to be something really cool, and that's why I was going to create like a big giant entrance. And I also wanted to make like a sphinx or something, but I just didn't have time for that. It was too difficult as well. Like making statues is not really my cup of tea. I'm not really that good at it. So I was still placing a bit of random details around the place, and now we're actually going to start, which is my favorite part of this build. We're going to start on this front big giant entrance, and it literally is super cool. So this is, I think it was 31 blocks wide, and it had to be 31 because I wanted to have a middle point. I didn't want to have like a double block middle. I always hate when it happens. So I was planning to create 2 big walls on the side that would lead into the pyramid, and I would have like a bunch of pillars in the center. Now I actually created 3 so far, but I'm going to be changing that into 2 later on because I wanted it to have more of a view of the inside instead of, there you go, instead of blocking it off. So I made 2 pillars, and they're going to be moved into the building a little bit right here because they were too much out. I didn't want to make a huge overhang of building. The first thing I usually do is I create it in like a very basic way, so no details and stuff, and then later on you actually start replacing stuff and cutting into the building, or replacing certain blocks with a certain other block or stuff like that, or adding staircases. And that's in the end what makes it look a lot better, because now just this by itself, it doesn't look that great. But soon you'll see that by adding just like a staircase or different layers of floors, it will actually look a lot better, and I'm gonna do that in a second. Here I'm actually decorating the two little pillars that are going to be holding up this whole roof thing, and you don't want it to collapse. So these things are pretty beef. They are 3 by 3 blocks, I believe, which is kind of, oh, they're 4 by 4. So that's 4 meters by 4 meters. That's huge, okay? That's insanely big. Like, you don't really see like a perspective in Minecraft usually, but think about it. 4 meters is a huge length. It's kind of big. So this is the layers I was talking about. I just created stairs and made it a little bit higher. I didn't even plan for this. So that's the fun part. You just think of things, you implement them, and it makes it look better. In my opinion, it looks a ton better. So I'm just copying over the other side here. I'm just building it on the left. Now I could have done this with roll edit, but sometimes I just want to do things like normally. You know, not copying everything is a good thing, so you don't get super lazy. Now these walls are boring, of course, so that's why I put in little bits of detail, so just a staircase on top of each other. It's super simple, and there's going to be things sticking out, so I'm basically only using staircases, little bits of stairs, and it makes it look a lot better. Soon I'm also going to be decorating the back wall over there and putting in a big giant entrance to the middle of the pyramid. Now, I did not make an inside to this, which is basically for your imagination. You can think of anything that's inside of here. As far as I know, I think it's like a tomb or like a grave of some sort from like Egyptian gods. I don't know if that's what they were used for, but that's what I think. So that's what I'm gonna keep it on. So right here, I am actually just using stairs to create little gaps in the walls, just to make it look like it broke down, make it look like it's broken, make it look a lot better. So here is the big giant entrance I was talking about. It's gonna look pretty epic in a second. It'll just like vanish into the darkness, see? So I did not make anything. It's literally just a wall. At the back there's nothing, but it looks pretty cool. And I'm actually adding a bunch of torches in a minute just to light things up a little bit. Now this roof is pretty simple. Single layer blocks, then 3 blocks in another layer, and then 5 blocks in another layer. Now I'm going to be putting the finishing touches on this awesome pyramid, and that is basically making it look more broken down, putting in more stairs, and like I said, put in a bunch of torches in the center there because it's kind of dark and I want things to still be visible. Now at the front here I want it to be more random because I didn't want it to be like a straight line of stairs, so that's why I put in that little thing on the front, make it look like there's sand building up there. And then that is gonna be it, guys. It is basically finished, just putting in the torches right there, and it is freaking done. It accidentally started to rain there, so I had to fix that a little bit. And there you go, this thing is finished. I am super happy with this. It turned out really cool. If you have any questions, make sure to post them down below. Also make sure to post down below all of your suggestions that you want me to build, and if I take your suggestion, I will put you into the video right there on the screen like I did in all the previous videos. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, definitely drop a like rating, that means a lot to me. And also don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, bye bye.